What's up, YouTube? It's Young Man's Daily Red Pill. Back with another video. Appreciate you guys clicking on today's video, liking the content, sharing the content. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and you stop simping. All right. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the investor's mindset versus the consumer's mindset and why starting life out early with an investor's mindset puts you at such an advantage, especially if you're a young man. Well, this can apply to women as well. But just a lot of people our age, and if you're a young guy watching this, they have that consumer's mindset where they get a paycheck on Friday and they spend it, or they get a paycheck at the end of the month and they're quick to spend it. They're looking for ways to blow through that money, and they're not thinking about the future. They're not thinking long term. And a lot of my guys on this channel, since we are not in relationships, or if we are dealing with women, we're not spending money on those women. We have a lot of money to save. We have a lot of money that is in our pockets. And it's important with this money, what you do with this money at an early age. The first thing you should do, obviously, is to pay yourself. But what I'd also say is set up an index fund where you can put in a certain amount of money each and every month, maybe $100 to $200, nothing too crazy, that you can just forget about and put it away and come back to when you're in your 60s and your 50s and you have that money still there, but now it has 10x, 20x, it's gone up tremendously, and its continued growth over that period of time is actually creating more and more money just from you putting in an initial amount of money at the beginning. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this kind of stuff and how important it is for young guys to get into this, because especially you saving all this money, you are not investing in just foolish things in order to impress people is crucial. And the media always tries to push against this. Maybe you get recommendations on how to save money and how to invest money, but most likely that's just from YouTube. That's your YouTube recommendations. That's from you actually looking up how to invest money, and YouTube's actually then suggesting you videos on how to save money and invest. But for the most part, I would say the majority of what the mainstream society, mainstream media promotes is to spend money, is to buy into this, buy this home, buy this car, buy these clothes, buy these designer bags, all these different things. And it can be difficult, especially as a young guy, because you see those guys that might be attracting women with their money, might be attracting women with their clothes, with their lifestyle, just the way that they go about life, living a fake life. They don't actually have that money. You don't necessarily know how they've got that money, but it's sometimes it's difficult to put money aside each and every month when you see people flexing like that on the gram, and everything's on social media now. But you, as a man, have to understand, listen, I'm investing in myself. I'm investing in my own product. You brand yourself. And what usually happens when you start your own brand, when you start your own business, is it's not going to pick up immediately. You know, this is, I think, my third YouTube channel. I made a YouTube channel when I was 13 years old. Then I made one when I was 17. Those both didn't do too well. All right. When I was 17, that one did well. But this channel is the one that in half a year, I've already got over 30,000 subscribers, and I'm making substantially more than I made at my 9 to 5 already just on this channel, as well as my patrons. Appreciate you guys. But I think that it's important to understand that you're going to go through a lot of BS, a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations, things that test you when you start your own business, when you begin to first invest in yourself, and times are tough. Times are tough. But you have to have that mindset of, I'm going to still put this money away. It's out of sight, out of mind. As soon as you get your paycheck, what I do, and I don't budget, all right? I do not budget. What I do instead of budgeting is I save as much as I can. I believe personally you can live off of less than $10 a day. All right, you should be able to live off of less than $10 a day, especially if you're living a minimalist lifestyle. You should be able to save that money, and you should be able to put it away and pretend that it's not even there. That mindset right there will set you up for success. That mindset right there will be able to help you bring in 6 figures one day, and you will be able to look at your savings account. I swear, if you guys do this, by the time you're 65, there's investment calculators if you want to go into that and look at how much money you can be saving each and every month, putting it in right now, typing it in, how much money you can be saving, and then typing in how many years you plan on saving it and entering that in. And let's say 40 years from now, you made $1 million just by putting $100 to $200 away each and every month. And that's the power of compound interest. But a lot of people don't understand this. And I understand it's difficult to have that mindset, and you might not be getting as much attention and living what people would say your best life at right now at an early age. And but you have to understand, those people that have fast money, those people that are living for the moment right now, yeah, they might be financially look like they're in a good position. They might look like they're attracting a lot of women and they're living their best life and they're actually doing something with their lives. But not to hate on them either, they're not thinking about long term in the future. They're not thinking about how to invest in themselves. They're not thinking about, well, what if I, instead of spending $200, $300, $400 tonight at this club, or $1,000 on this jacket, or $1,000 on this designer bag, what if I take that money and I invest it right now, and I use that money that I would have spent on that bag in order to have, let's say, a $10,000 car in 20 years from now, because I put that $1,000 away and it collected compound interest. So having that long-term mindset will set you up for guaranteed success if you have that investor's mindset rather than that consumer's mindset. And consuming, honestly, that keeps you in the matrix. You know, when you consume a ton of things all the time, when you're constantly spending money, you're behind in life. And when you're behind in life, you begin to stress out. And when you stress out, you owe banks more money. We're trying to get out of that. You owe other people that own you. You owe people, such as the bank owners, that own you. They own you once you're in debt to them. So you putting yourself out of that matrix, that cycle of debt, that cycle of struggling to pay for things on time, that will set you up for success. So you guys have to understand that I might be struggling right now. Life might be difficult. I mean, like, there's been days where I only had ramen to eat. There's been days where I purposely just drank water all day. I mean, that's what I mainly do now anyways. But living that minimalist lifestyle, it's truly a blessing. And you don't start to appreciate it right now, maybe necessarily. But in the future, looking back, this will be something that you can look back with this mindset and say, thank God I have this mindset, because now it has set me up for success later on in life. All right. So I want you guys to understand that and apply it moving forward with your life. I hope this helps someone out there. Let me know if it helped you. Let me know if you're older than me, if you have any experience with compound interest and how that's changed your life dramatically. And like I said, on this channel, guys, yes, we do talk about female nature. Yes, we do talk about things of that nature. However, I'd like to talk also about how to set ourselves up financially for the future, especially because once you have this red pill knowledge, you know, you're saving a ton of money, guys. You can't tell me if you're truly living this red pill lifestyle, you should be saving a lot of money. And if you're not, then you need to change some habits. Then you're not truly red pill, to be honest. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Thank you guys for checking out my content. I'm still dealing with some stuff from YouTube, some issues, but I'll get it handled. I mean, I've been on the phone with them a few times, and I actually had another video that was reported. Yes, so we'll see what goes on with this channel. But right now I'm keeping my content a little bit friendlier. Let's just say that. But that's for the time being. There might be a few changes, but I'm not going to switch up my message. I'm not going to stop talking about the injustices that I see, especially when it comes to young men in today's society. That is what I believe my passion is for. So I will continue to preach the good message and continue to encourage you guys to be the best versions of yourself and to continue to pour in all your time and efforts into your purpose right now. And starting with compound interest, starting with investing in yourself, having that investor's mindset rather than that consumer's mindset, holding back on buying the expensive things now so you can buy the home and the cars later and whatever else brings you joy. All right, have a good one, guys.